Hey guys. So today we are going to just do a very simple flow, just to ease the tension from head to toe, relieving the stress in the shoulders, the lower back, opening up the hips a little bit. We're going to move nice and slow because really what we want to do is just connect with the breath, see what's going on with our mind today. We're all in a state of turmoil. We're all trying to figure out what's happening in our lives with our livelihood, our family. Some of us have been thrust into the role of teacher, and others are still at work trying to figure out how they're going to manage to stay safe and healthy for their families. So everybody is affected by this pandemic one way or another. You might be at home, or you might still be going to work. So let's not focus so much on our physical bodies, but how we can move our physical body to get the stress and tension out of the mind. And the first thing we're going to do is just check in with our breathing and see how we're breathing today. So start by breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. But if you naturally breathe in and out through the mouth, just continue to do that right now. So just becoming aware of how we feel that breath come into the body, feel the parts of the body that are touched and expanded by the breath, and feel the parts of the body that fall as you exhale. So feel the breath as it enters the nostrils or the mouth. Feel it trickle down the throat, opening the chest, the heart, and the lungs. Feel it leave the body. Take notice if the breath has changed at all. So just allowing yourself to breathe in and out. And then from here, we're going to start to change into our Ujjayi breathing. Our Ujjayi breath is that breath that we hear. It starts to sound like waves in the ocean. And one thing we know about yoga is that if we stop breathing in order to reach an asana, we've stopped doing yoga. Yoga is all about that union of the breath and the body. So make sure that you continue to breathe throughout this practice. Inhale through the nose, constricting the throat. And exhale through the nose, constricting the throat. You want to imagine as if you're fogging a pane of glass under the nostrils. Same way you'd use your mouth drawing on a car window. You say, you can feel that right here. So try that same experience with the nose. We're going to start by trying to balance the breath, breathing in and out equally. I'm going to start by inhaling those arms up, lengthen the fingers, soften the shoulders, maybe take the gaze up. Exhale, hands back down to heart center. Bring the chin back to a neutral position. Take a big breath in, lengthen those fingers, soften the shoulders, gaze up. Exhale, hands back down to heart center. Soften those shoulders. Take 2 more Ujjayi breaths in and out. 1 more. Bring those hands down to those knees. Hopefully you weren't sitting like me. Hopefully you're in a nice, comfortable, cross-legged position. And roll those shoulders up and back. And we're going to roll them forward. If you've been sitting cross-legged, I want you to change your lead foot. Take a big breath in. We're going to take that torso and spin it to the right. Bring that left hand to the right knee, right hand to the floor behind you, and just gaze to the right. Take a few breaths here in this easy seated twist. Inhale those arms up, come through center. Take that body to the left, right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Bring those arms up through center. Bring those hands down to the knees and take a few rounds of seated cat-cow. Inhale the heart forward, gaze up, opening the throat. Exhale, tuck the chin, round through the shoulders. Breathe in, open that heart, gaze up. Exhale, round down, closing the eyes. Open the eyes, come through center, pull yourself over those legs, or just allow yourself to kick those feet out to the side and come into your tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Hands nice and flat, hands nice and strong. We're going to warm up those shoulders. Press and lift through the shoulders, almost like cat pose, but not tucking the tailbone. We're going to soften the chest down towards the mat, keeping those arms straight. Press and lift through those shoulders. And release that chest back down. 2 more breaths. In and out. In and out. Warm up those wrists. We're going to make circles with the shoulders over those wrists. Maybe 2 to the left, and then take 2 to the right. What about that? I'm going to tuck those toes under, sit those hips back to the heels, and rock forward, shoulders slightly in front of the wrists. Rock those hips back towards those heels. Forward. And back. Take 1 more. Untuck the feet, find your child's pose. Sit those hips to the heels, maybe bring that head down. Bring the hands alongside of the legs. Don't worry if your head doesn't reach the ground yet, just use your yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block at home, a pillow works just fine, or a nice block with using a book as a block. Bring those hands forward, press and lift through that tabletop again. We're going to step the right foot back, ball of the foot to the earth, then sink the heel down, just stretching, open those calves, the hamstrings. Most of us haven't moved very much since this quarantine started, so we're all a little off schedule. Bring that right knee back under that right hip, step the left foot back, ball of the foot to the earth, then sink the heel again. Bring that left knee down. Sway those hips side to side. You can alternate bending the elbows in the opposite direction of the hip to get a little more stretch into the outer edges of those hips. Relax the head and gaze. You can find some stillness at center. Maybe inhale that belly down, open the throat for that cow. Exhale, round through the spine, tucking the tailbone, chin, lifting that navel, press into those shoulders. Breathe the belly down, open the throat. Exhale, round through the spine, tucking the chin. 2 more Ujjayi breaths in and out. Nice firm hands, creating strength through those arms and body. Take 1 more. You're going to tuck the toes again, lift the knees, sit the hips towards those heels, and lift those hips. The knees are bent and the heels are lifted still for this downward dog. Slowly pedal the feet, pressing 1 heel at a time down towards the earth. You can alternate looking under the armpits here, stretching out that neck a little. Now open those feet, bend those knees, and walk those hands back towards the feet for a ragdoll. Ragdoll, walk a little forward to stay in the frame here. Knees are bent, belly rests on the thighs. Hug those elbows, relax the head and neck, and rock side to side. Really let go here in the neck. Continue to move slow here. Bring those hands to the thighs and press to your half lift. We're going to bring that left hand, that left forearm to the left thigh. We're going to straighten the right leg and bring the right arm to the sky. Now you can keep the gaze to the right. You don't have to turn it all the way to the sky if you feel like that'll put too much tension on the neck. If you use mudras in your practice, which are hand gestures, this is a nice place to add them. Slowly bend that right knee, roll the heart and chest back down, relax the gaze, relax the arms. Take that ragdoll one more time. Bring those hands to the thighs, press to that half lift. Give yourself some time to warm up. Right forearm to right thigh, straighten that left leg, left arm to the sky, and again, gaze left. Bend that left knee, roll that heart back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's walk those hands forward. Relax back into your downward dog. Knees bent, heels lifted, hips high. And lower those knees back down to the mat. Now we're going to get ready for our modified plank. Shift those shoulders over the wrists and make sure those hips are slightly in front of the knees, hugging that navel into the body. So we want to imagine just hugging the sides of our body in. Nice breaths here, in and out. Shoulders are slightly in front of the wrists. Hug those elbows to the ribs while we lower the torso all the way down onto the mat. Lengthen those feet, lengthen the body. Press those feet down into the mat and use the muscles in the back for baby cobra. Relax back down. Inhale for baby cobra and relax back down. Inhale and out. In and out. Lower the knees, press into the hands, rock back through table, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog again, gaze into the body. Maybe settle in your downward dog this time, or settle the feet and try experimenting swaying the hips side to side. Gaze to the thumbs, step the feet to the hands. We're going to lift halfway with those knees soft. Fold deeper, lifting the belly, relaxing the head and gaze into the body. Bring those hands to the thighs, bend the knees deeper, and press to stand. You can roll the shoulders up and back again here once you're at the top. All right. You can stay standing at the top of your mat or you can face sideways. It doesn't matter. You can follow me. I'm just going to back up just so you can see my arms a little bit here. I'm going to inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. I'm going to take my right hand and grab my left wrist. Take a side bend to the right. My gaze is neutral. My left hip is pressing out to the side slightly. I'm going to inhale back up through center. Lengthen those fingers, hips slightly forward, gaze up, soften my shoulders. And back to center. Take that left hand to the right wrist. Take a side bend to the left. Inhale up through center. Lengthen those fingers, hips forward, and fold. Soften the knees while you fold. Relax the gaze. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen that spine. Shoulders are drawing back towards those hips. And fold forward one more time. Inhale through heart center all the way back up to the sky. Right hand grabs left wrist again. Take that side bend. We're going to take the gaze down to the right hip while we rotate that left shoulder forward slightly. Restack those shoulders. Come through center. Lengthen the fingers. Take that slight back bend. Come back through center. Left hand grabs right wrist. Take that slight side bend. Take the gaze down to that left hip. Rotate that right shoulder forward. Come up through center, lengthen those fingers, take that slight back bend, and exhale, fold, soften the knees here. Inhale, lift halfway with bent knees, and exhale, fold. Inhale, press to stand. Roll those shoulders up and back. Inhale those arms up. Take that side bend to the right. Take that gaze down, rotating that shoulder forward. Restack those shoulders, come through center. We're going to bring the hands behind us. Right hand grabs left wrist behind us. We're going to take the gaze to the right. And then bring that chin towards the shoulder. Lift the chin, come through center. Inhale those arms up. Take a side bend to the left. Rotate that shoulder forward, gaze down. Restack those shoulders, lift up. Bring those hands behind. Left hand grabs right wrist this time. And we take the gaze to the left. Drop the chin towards the shoulder. Lift the chin up. Bring the gaze back through center. Inhale those arms up and bring the hands down to heart center. So you should be feeling pretty good from head to toe. Just a nice little gentle warm up before we get into some of our flow. Just want to talk to you a little bit more about mudras. Mudras are those hand positions. So Jnana Mudra is thumb to index finger. Then you can take Surya Mudra, which is vibrant sun energy, or Shuni Mudra, which is for patience. Last is the pinky for Buddhi Mudra, which is clear communication. So we kind of need all of these things right now. Jnana Mudra is for knowledge. In a time when we're looking for information and a lot of things are confusing, this is a good one to help direct your energy. Shuni Mudra right here on the middle finger, this is going to be for peace. So we all need a little bit of peace right now. Surya Mudra, that vibrant sun energy, a lot of us are dealing with lethargy. We don't know what to do with ourselves, so we kind of get into this pit of despair where we sit on our couch, we don't shower, we don't do anything. This can really kind of help that. And then finally, clear communication. If you're stuck at home with your spouse, your kids, this one might be a good one to help incorporate into breathing, because we all know when tempers are running short, when we're scared, we're not operating at our best, we're reacting, we're not responding in a proper way. So maybe take that mudra and just give yourself a couple of breaths before you react or respond to your kids. All right, on to the flow. We're going to start in chair pose. So chair pose, take whichever one you want, whether it's awkward chair with the toes touching, heels slightly apart with the rotation of the tailbone under, or if you want to keep the feet hip distance apart and you just want to sit down, keep those inner thighs engaged, lifting that navel. You can bring those hands forward, but if there's any shoulder issues, hands at heart center is fine. We're just going to breathe here for a moment, get nice and settled, feel the grounding in our feet, in the heels, the balls of the feet, even feel the toes gripping the earth. Inhale those arms forward and exhale, fold. You can keep that soft bend in the knees while you take the gaze inward. Inhale, lift halfway, bend the knees deeper, bring the hands down to the mat. Nice strong hands. There's no space between the hands and the earth. Lower the knees for the modified plank. Shoulders shift forward. Hug the elbows to the ribs while you lower the body. Feet engaged. Press through that baby cobra, then press into the hands this time for cobra. Hips down. Lower the knees, rock back through your table. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward dog. We're going to start with the right leg. Inhale that right leg up and back. Exhale that knee towards the nose. Plant the foot. We're going to stay in high lunge here instead of our warrior one. So stay on the ball of the left foot. Reach those arms forward. Lift through that body. Nice seat here. Breathe a couple of times here, opening that low body. And fold forward, frame that front foot, step that right foot back, high plank. Lower the knees, shift the shoulders forward, untucking the feet, hug the elbows to the ribs, lower the heart. Inhale, baby cobra, press into the hands for cobra, move through table, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, the knee to the nose, plant the left foot. Again, rising to that high lunge. Reach those arms forward. Use that core to help lift that torso, soften the shoulders. Grounding through the feet and breathing. Exhale, frame that front foot. Left foot back, high plank. Lower the knees, untuck the feet, shoulders forward. Modified low plank. Inhale through baby cobra to cobra. Move through your table to your downward dog. Cleansing breath if you'd like. Take another one, guys. Gaze to those thumbs. Step the feet to the hands. Inhale, lift halfway, soften the knees. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to that chair pose. You can sweep those arms forward and bring those hands to heart center. Hug that navel in. Don't let that belly get soft. We have a tendency to want to do that here. And rise. How do you feel so far? Shake out the wrists. Roll them out. And roll them in. Stretch out those hamstrings a little more. We're actually going to take that right leg in front of the left. Now, if you're struggling with your balance, you might want to do this near a wall or use your block or book in front of you. Or you can even hold on to the side of the couch. We're going to inhale those arms up and we're going to fold forward. Make sure that right foot stays grounded and soften the gaze into the body. We're going to inhale up, uncross the feet, bring that left foot in front of the right, fold down again. Inhale all the way up, uncross the feet, fold forward, soften the knees while you bend. Inhale, lift halfway, and fold. Inhale to high mountain. All right, we're going to work backwards here. So we're starting at the top of our mat. Inhale those arms up, right leg in front of the left. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Step that left foot back to the left edge of your mat. Inhale those arms up for that high lunge. Lower that left knee to touch and lift it back up. Lower that left knee to touch and lift. Lower that knee and lift. One more. Frame that front foot. Step that left foot forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain. Step that left foot over the right. Fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Step that right foot back onto the mat. Inhale those arms up, high lunge. Exhale that knee to touch and lift. Lower and lift. Two more. Frame that front foot. Step that right foot to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms to the sky. Bring the hands down to heart center. Soft bend to the knees. We're going to bring that right leg over the left. Sorry, I'm out of frame. We're going to bring that right leg over the left for that eagle pose. Goalpost those arms. Bring that right elbow under the left. And we're just going to hug the shoulders here. We're not even going for the bind with the foot for this eagle. Hips are forward. Just a nice hug into the shoulders. And unwind, ground to the feet. Take that left leg over the right. Bring that left elbow under the right. Hug those shoulders. And unwind. Feel okay so far? We're going to sit down. Bring that right leg over the left again. Bring that right elbow under the left. You can hug the shoulders here or draw the backs of the hands towards each other. Finding eagle arms, elbows to shoulder height, hands away from the face. Again, not going for the bind, because we're going to unwind the arms. Inhale, straighten the legs, plant that right foot, and fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, soften the knees, step that left foot back. Inhale it up for that high lunge. Lower that left knee and lift. Lower that left knee and lift. 2 more. Frame that front foot, step that left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain. And bring those hands to heart center. So we're going to go on to the other side. We're going to sit down slightly. Bring that left leg over the right. Open those arms, left elbow under right. Hug those shoulders or backs of hands to touch, palms around. Elbows high, hands away from the face. Unwind. Straighten that right leg. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Soften the knees. Step that right foot back. Inhale, lift those arms. Lower that right knee to hover. And lift. 3 more. Frame that front foot. Step that right foot to meet the left. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain. Soften the knees. Come down into chair pose. Breathe in. We're going to twist here. We're going to bring that left elbow to the right knee and just take the gaze to the right. Make sure those knees are in one line. Come through center. Reach up and fold forward. Inhale, half lift and fold. Inhale to chair pose. Hands to heart center. Breath in. Twist to the left, right elbow to left knee, gaze left. Inhale through center, lift up, fold forward, half lift. Exhale, high plank. So let's breathe in our plank. Option to lift the knees here. Holding for a few rounds of breaths. Nice strong hands, lifting that navel, pressing nice and strong through those shoulders. Maybe rock forward on those toes, shoulders in front of those wrists. Hug those elbows to the ribs while we lower to that low plank. Pull forward to your up dog. Rock back to your down dog. Now remember, you can always modify. Knees down, heart down, cobra, table, down dog. Cleansing breath no matter who you are. Gaze to the thumbs, step the feet to the hands. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain. Bring those hands to heart center. So we're all feeling really out of balance right now, which makes sense. So we're going to work on our balance because standing on one foot does nothing for our, sorry, I got distracted. Standing on one foot, like you're not going to in the middle of a fight or in the middle of a pandemic stand on one foot and feel like that's going to solve anything. But what it does is our body doesn't really recognize the difference between physical stress and emotional stress. So when we're stressed out physically, in, say, tree pose for a really long time, or warrior 3 where we're standing on one leg, our body is learning how to breathe through stressful situations. So we can take that physiological response and apply it when we're mentally stressed. So right now. So let's work on our balance, right? So we're also going to add some hip openers. So if you struggle with your balance, get close to the wall. Nothing wrong with holding onto the wall for this. We're going to root down through that left foot. Rooting, heel, ball of foot, roll the toes down. We want a soft bend to the knee, so it's straight. It's not bent, but it's not locked either. It's not pulling back. So soft bend to the knee. We're just going to bring that right foot above that left knee. We're going to sit down for this hip opening one-legged chair. Flex that foot. Bring those hands to heart center. We're going to slide that foot over for eagle. You can go for the bind here if you'd like this time. Arms out. Right elbow under left for eagle arms. Still using those Ujjayi breaths. Elbows high, hands away from the face. We're going to unwind the legs. Press that right foot back for that warrior three. Nice energy through the body here, including that back leg. Reach forward, maybe lengthen those arms. And bring those hands down towards the earth, lifting that foot for that standing split. Bend and soften both knees, bring that right foot down to the earth. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain. Root down through that right foot, again, that soft bend to the knee. Left foot above that right knee, hands down to heart center. Flex that left foot. Slide that left knee over the right. You can go for the bind here again for that eagle if you'd like. Open those arms. Left elbow under right here. Unwind the legs. Press that left foot back for that warrior three. Energy through that left heel, left leg. Reach and lengthen those arms, hugging and lifting that navel. Hands down to the mat, lengthen that foot for that standing split. Soften the knees, bring that left foot down to meet the right. Bend both knees, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain. Bring those hands down to heart center. Check in with the breath. How are you feeling? How are you guys? Good? All right, we're halfway through. Unless the baby wakes up and I gotta go. So, feet are nice and firm. Take a big breath in. Fold forward. Lift halfway. Exhale, hands down, feet back, high plank. Let's hold this one again. Nice and strong. Hands planted, nice and firm. Really press and lift through those shoulders. Hug that navel in. Lower that left knee. Flatten that right foot. Left hand under left shoulder. You may need to cheat it back over. Reach that right arm to the sky. So a nice side plank here. You can take this further, or you can stay here. We're going to bring that right hand down. We're going to lift that right leg, lengthen that left hand for that balancing table. Shoulders and hips parallel to the earth. Strong hand, long shin. Lower that left hand and right knee. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Walk the feet to the hands and lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Let's take that down dog. You know what? No, high plank again. We went here from high plank last time. That's what we're doing this time. So again, nice strong plank. Lower that right knee. Lengthen that left foot, flattening it parallel to the back of your mat. Left arm to the sky. Bring that left hand down. We're just turning onto the ball of that left foot. We're lifting that left heel, reaching that right arm forward for that balancing table. Right hand down, left knee down, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Gaze to the thumbs, step the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold deeper. Inhale to chair pose. Bring those hands to heart center. Breathe in, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to high plank. Take your time. Modify or move through your vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale the knee to the nose. Plant the foot, sink the heel. We'll take warrior one this time. Maybe take the back bend. Exhale, chest low. Sweep the hands back along the legs. Lengthen those fingers, engage the triceps. Rock forward into that left foot. Reach the hands forward. Maybe lift to that warrior three. Bend that right knee. Lower the heel back down. Find warrior one. Shift through to your warrior two. Take reverse warrior. Move through to your side angle. Come through center, straighten that front leg, don't lock it. Find that reverse triangle. Come through center, lengthen that right side, and find triangle pose. Lift back up through triangle. Bend that right knee. Arms back down through warrior two. Cartwheel down, frame the foot. We've got that runner's lunge. Lower that left knee, untuck the foot. Inhale. So we've got a nice low lunge, soften those shoulders. Exhale those hands to heart center. Left elbow to right knee. Gaze to the right. Come through center, lengthen those fingers. Frame that front foot. Rock it back for that half split. So again, half split, straight leg. You may be up a little higher than me. What we want to do is feel that body shifting forward, so the hips back, lift the navel, lengthen that spine. Deep stretch here. Bend that right knee over that right ankle. Tuck the toes. Hands frame that foot. Lift that left knee. Right foot back, high plank. We're going to move through our vinyasa again. Rock forward, lower on the exhale. Inhale to your back bend and meet in down dog through table or rolling over those feet. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, plant the foot, sink the heel, rise, warrior one. Soften the shoulders. Take that slight back bend. Exhale that chest forward, sweep the arms back, lengthen those fingers. Rock forward on those feet, reach those hands forward and lift for that warrior three or fall. That's also fine. Bend that left knee, move through your warrior one first, then find your warrior two. Find that reverse warrior. Exhale to that side angle. Inhale, lift up, straightening that front leg. Find that reverse triangle. Come through center, lengthen that left side, find triangle. Lift back up, find that warrior two. Cartwheel those hands, spin those hips, adjust those feet. Lower that right knee, untuck that right foot. Inhale those arms up. Exhale those hands down to heart center. Breathe in and twist right elbow to left, knee gaze left. Inhale through center, lengthen those fingers and frame that front foot. Shift the weight in the hips back. Again, you can come up for this. Straightening that front leg, lengthening the spine, lifting that navel, hips back, folding forward, lengthen that chest. Doesn't matter how low you get to that chin. Rock that left knee over that left ankle. Tuck the toes on the right, lift that right knee, left foot back, high plank. Move through your vinyasa. Cleansing breath here. Gaze to the thumbs, step the feet to the hands. Half lift and fold. Inhale to chair pose. Bring those hands to heart center. And rise. So how are you feeling? So? We're going to open the hips a little deeper now. Bring those arms all the way up to the sky and fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. We're going to step it back to downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up and back. Exhale that right foot to the outer edge of the mat or to the outside edge of that right hand. We're going to lower that left knee and untuck that left foot. For lizard lunge, some of you may know it as dragon lunge. We're just going to guide the hips forward and let them open here. If you want to take this further today, feel free, but I'm not going to cue it. Tuck the toes on the left, lift the left knee. Inhale that right leg up and back. Exhale to pigeon pose, knee to wrist, shin to the earth. Lengthen that left leg, knee down, foot down. Now pigeon, hips are pointed forward. So instead of forcing this hip down to the ground and opening the hips to the side, grab your couch cushion or a handy dandy pillow, put it under those hips and really sit on it nice and comfortable. Come down onto those forearms, okay? Bring those hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes on the left, lift the left knee. If you used a prop, put it to the other side of your mat. Hands under those shoulders, lift those hips, send that right leg up and back for your three-legged dog, and bring that foot back down to the mat. Pedal those feet, check in with the hips, see the difference in the sides of the body. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale that left foot to the outer edge of your mat, maybe to the outer edge of that left hand. Lower that right knee, untuck that foot, and stay here for a few breaths. Or if you advanced your lizard lunge on the other side, feel free to do it on this side as well. Tuck the toes on the right, lift the right knee, left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to wrist, shin to earth, knee down, foot long. Come down onto those forearms for your pigeon. Hands under those shoulders. Tuck the toes, lift the knee. Left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Lower that foot and lower those knees. We're going to sit down on our mats. So we're going to start doing our core workout now. So if you are in your house, you can actually tuck your toes under your couch to help you with your boat pose. But what we're going to do is we're going to separate our boat pose. We've done this a few times in class. So we're going to start with just the upper body. So bring that body back to a 45-degree angle. You'll know you're at 45 degrees because you start to feel your belly engaged. Lengthen the spine, open the shoulders so they stay in line with the hips. Heart is lifted. You can hold on to the thighs, lock those toes under your couch, or you can just breathe. You can lengthen those hands along your sides. You can bring them forward, or you can goalpost the arms out to the side. This adds a lot more tension. If you want to touch the back of the head, feel free. Open and bring them forward. And come up. And bring the forearms down to the earth this time. The shins come parallel. We're just going to toe tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feet down, come back up. We're going to do that half boat pose again. Torso back and breathe. Most important part about our core work is that we continue to breathe. Forearms down. Lift the feet and lower. We're going to lower the feet all the way down. We're going to roll down on our backs. Lift the right leg, and we're going to keep the knee in line with the left knee. We're going to lower that right heel to hover, and then lift right back up in line with the left knee. So not higher, not lower. Lower that right heel to hover, and lift. Lower, and lift. Lower, and lift. We're going to hug that knee into the body. Lengthen that left leg. And take the twist. Bring that right leg across the body, shoulders down, gaze right. Come through center, lower that right foot. Slide that left heel in, lift the left knee. And go to the other side. So that left leg is extended. Lower the heel to hover and lift. Lower. And lift, lower, lift, lower, and lift. Hug that knee in, lengthen that right leg, and take that supine twist. Bring that left foot back to the earth. Slide the right foot in to meet it. We're going to inhale, lift those hips. Lift that chest towards the chin. Hands are flat. We're going to imagine those heels sliding back towards the body. Knees pressing forward to keep those inner thighs engaged. And we're going to roll the spine down, starting at the neck, through the mid-back, and down into the lower back. Feel that tailbone scoop under. And do that 3 more times. Lift, engage the legs, and roll down. Lift and roll. Lift and roll. Bring those feet straight up to the sky. We're going to bend the knees and bring the toes to hover over the mat as close to our hips as we can. We're going to inhale, lengthen those feet, still hovering. Imagine like you're digging through sand, and lift them towards the sky straight. Bend the knees, toes to hover. Lengthen and lift. Hug those knees into the body. Let them both fall to the left. Take the gaze to the right for a reclined twist. Come through center. And let the knees fall to the right. Take the gaze to the left. Bring those knees in and let the feet come straight to the sky for legs up the wall. You can use your hands for support. If you're close to your couch, like you were doing your core exercises near your couch, you can even allow the hips to kind of rest along the edge of the couch here. Bring those knees into the body and make circles with the knees to the right. And to the left. Bring those knees towards the armpits. Grab those feet for happy baby and rock side to side. The soles of the feet together, hug them in towards the body, and just hold here for a variation of reclined bound angle. Slowly release the feet to the mat. Open the knees to the sides, feet together, again for bound angle. You can use that pillow under the hips here, under the knees. Then lengthen those feet out past the corner edges of your mat. Hands away from the body. Close the eyes and continue to breathe in Shavasana. I'm going to stay with you here for your Shavasana. So close the eyes and connect with the breath. Softening the toes and the soles of the feet. Release the tension from the ankles. And scanning the body up, releasing the tension from the calves and the knees. Allow the knees to fall, allowing the thighs to open as well as the hips. And release the tension from the entire lower body. Breathing in and out, softening the heart and the belly, allowing the breath to return to normal. Feel the heaviness in the arms with the gentle curl of the fingers. Allow the tongue to rest behind the bottom teeth, away from the roof of the mouth. Feel the cheeks fall and allow the eyes to rest deeper. Softening the forehead. Softening the body. Breathe in as if the entire body is breathing in, and breathe out as if the entire body is letting go. Allow the breath to return to normal. And stay in your Shavasana. All too many people in times like these just don't have the heart to do spiritual practice. These are the best times for practice because motivation is so clear. Practice is not simply a lifestyle choice or a refinement. There is no choice. It's a matter of survival. The tremendous benefit of simple meditation practice is most salient in these moments. Having exhausted all avenues of activity that might change your outward circumstances and given up on other means of finding inner relief for your raging or sinking mind, there is nothing better to do than to sit down on a chair or a cushion and just be present with your situation. And as you rest here in your Shavasana, begin to feel your body. Breathe deep, lengthening the spine, staying connected. Connect with your breath. When you start to realize troubling thoughts are swirling, allow yourself to be present in those thoughts and feelings. You are not here to make them go away or to cover them up with pleasant and encouraging spiritual slogans. There they are, all of your demons, your repetitive negative themes. Your mind is a museum of negativity. And you are sitting there quietly breathing inside that museum. There is nothing else to do. You can't fix anything. The situation is beyond that. Gradually it dawns on you that these dark thoughts and anxious feelings are just that, thinking and feelings. They are exhibits in the museum of negativity, but not necessarily realities of the outside world. This simple insight that thoughts and feelings are thoughts and feelings is slight, but it makes all the difference. You continue to lay and breathe, pay attention to the body and breath, and you label everything else, thinking and feeling. And when you're ready, you can take your coat from the coat check at the museum and walk out into the sunlight. When you are ready to confront and accept being with these negative thoughts and feelings, and you know they are not the whole of reality and they are not you. This is the most fruitful and beneficial of all spiritual practice. Continue to breathe and lay in your Shavasana as long as you would like. When you're ready to come out of your Shavasana and meditation, take those long breaths, stretching through fingers and toe tip, lengthening that spine. Subtle movements invited back into the body. Maybe sliding those heels along the earth, lifting the knees towards the sky, and gently let the knees rock side to side. Once you feel complete, roll to your dominant side and press yourself up to a seated position. When there, you can bring those hands to heart center and bow the head, and take as much time as you'd like here to allow your meditations and practice to seep in deeper. Just know that I love you guys, wish we were in class, and I'll see you soon.